What a beautiful gospel. In these parables, there's three images: a coin, a sheep, and a son. And there's three main characters: a woman, a shepherd, and a father. And those three main characters reveal something startling about God. Two things. The first is that God is the one who searches for us. God searches for you and me. God searches in a passionate, unrelenting, over-the-top fashion for us. I used to think of God as someone I had to get his attention somehow or be good and maybe he'll look my way. But if we enter this biblical revelation of God, it could change our faith into our prayer dramatically. Because we would come to God to be found. Faith is allowing yourself to be found by God, who is searching us. The second startling revelation is the craziness of the searcher. The craziness of the searcher. You see, no one would leave 99 sheep for one. They wouldn't expose 99 sheep to the elements and thieves and wolves for one. That's their livelihood. They could lose 40 of them. That's bad economics. It's crazy. Why would anyone fret over one sheep when you have 99? Why would God fret over one little soul? Because he does. He frets over one human soul. And he'll risk everything to find that one. Maybe you or me. The coin that the woman had was worth about a penny, maybe a nickel. So she turns her house upside down, searching frantically for a nickel. And then she finds the nickel and calls all her friends in for to have a celebration. Oh, let's celebrate, I found my nickel. Nobody does that. It's silly. In fact, she spent more money on the party than the nickel was worth. It's crazy. The son grievously insulted his father. He said, I want my inheritance now, which said to the father, you are dead to me. Then he took the inheritance his father earned for him to have a profitable life and do something well. And he squandered it. And what does this father do? He goes out and waits for his son. Waits and looks in the direction of his son. Just looks. Which means, friends, that God is gazing upon you and me right now. That God always, always gazes on us. And then, when he sees the son coming, he doesn't see his sin. He doesn't see it. He sees only his Son. That means when God gazes on you, he doesn't see your sin. If we get that, and then what does he do? He's a first century older Hebrew. He runs, which was inappropriate, and then he embraces his Son to himself. Embraces him. He doesn't even ask him to apologize. Doesn't ask him to make amends. He embraces him, kisses him, and brings him back fully as son. This is bad fatherhood. He's crazy. We don't do those things. But God does. Because God's love is crazy. St. Catherine of Siena said this of God: God is crazy in love. Crazy in love. These are the words of Catherine. She says of God, "Was it not enough for you to gift us with creation in your image and likeness? Was it not enough that you would renew us in grace in your Son's own blood shed for us? And then you give us yourself as food, the whole divine being, the whole of God given as food." And then she asks, "What drove you? What drove you?" "Nothing but charity. Mad with love you are." Mad with love God is. For you and me. Now, friends, we don't get this. See, it's crazy talk. And we can only allow it to come to us. You see, he comes to us. He can make it happen by us allowing ourselves simply to be found by him. And when we do, we get something of this mad love, this crazy love. And then, and only then, do we discover what the woman, the shepherd, and the father discovered. All of them discovered joy. Joy that comes from getting the crazy love of God for us. May that happen so that we become mad in love with him as well.